Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's Mr. Joshua with another custom toy review. And this afternoon, I'd like to show off to you guys the newest addition to my Power Rangers Legacy line. As you can see here, this is the Red Ranger, but it's a little bit different. It's not the Jason Red Ranger that we all know. This is the Red Ranger from the 1969 Power Rangers Boom comic book. And I guess in a comic book, all the Rangers were like, a little bit different. Like the Pink Ranger was a dude. If I remember correctly, the Pink Ranger was some Asian guy, and he was kind of pissed off about being a Pink Ranger. And of course, you have this chick who was the Red Ranger, and the Black Ranger was a girl too. But I got this idea from that comic, and it was actually a really cool comic. And unfortunately, with that 1969 Power Ranger team, over 60% of them got killed within like the first mission that they were on. And that comic book's kind of fucked up in a way, like literally Zordon just basically kidnapped like 5 people like he did with the 1990s Power Ranger show, and basically gave them all powers, and they're like, all right, since you guys are Power Rangers now, and since all of you guys want to go to the moon, we're gonna send your asses to the moon so you can fight some other Power Ranger that you don't know anything of. And so he sends all 5 Rangers to the moon to go fight the Green Psycho Ranger. And it's kind of comical and fucked up at the same time, because like Zordon literally sent them all to their deaths. And so within like 5 minutes of them being on the moon, the Black Ranger gets smashed by a fucking like meteorite that the Green Ranger picks up off of the ground, like fucking smashes the Black Ranger. And then with the Pink Ranger, he smashes his visor in, so he basically suffocates and dies in outer space. Let's see who else was there. The Blue Ranger basically sacrifices himself, and they make it to like Rita's castle before Rita escapes from her little castle. They find this weird like a machine gun thing that he rips off of the castle or whatever, and basically goes inside that giant like monster of the Green Psycho Ranger and kills the Psycho Ranger. But yeah, that was actually a really fucked up comic, and I kind of felt bad for them. They all survived like one mission, and then on top of it all, when they came back to the command center, Zordon was like, all right, well, I'm going to take your powers away now. Thanks. And that was it. It was really sad because they didn't get a chance to like use the fucking Megazords. I mean, I'm sure they would have all survived if they were able to use the Megazords to fight the Green Psycho Ranger. But yeah, that's where I got this inspiration from. The 1969 Red Ranger, who was a girl. I forgot what her name was. I had it this morning. But yeah, I know with her character, she wanted to go to the moon more than anything, and she had her chance and lost 60% of her team, so that's fun. But yeah, so what I did with this figure was I originally bought it last week off of eBay for about $10, free shipping and handling. Originally, this wasn't a Red Ranger. Originally, this was the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. This Ranger right here. And another thing, this was actually the metallic version of the Pink Ranger. And with the metallic Rangers, as you can see in the background, they all come with their original weapons, unlike the original Legacy release, where they were just regular ones. They never came with the weapons, but they came with the Build a Megazord parts, which are kind of cool, but I really wish that they would have incorporated both the Build a Megazord and their personalized weapons. But I get it. That's the way that Saban or Bandai or whatever were able to make more money off of them, because they knew that hardcore collectors would buy the newly released ones that were metallic with the weapons. But yeah, so originally this was a Pink Ranger. I got some paint, painted it all up. I switched out the head with a spare Red Ranger head that I have, because right now I'm also making a King Tyranno. So that gave me a spare Red Ranger head, because I replaced it with a King Tyranno head. Fun stuff. And about 15-20 minutes ago, I gave it a dirty wash. Like even though the dirty wash right now is dry, I'm still needing to give it about 24 hours to completely dry. I can completely manhandle if I want to. I can pick it up and put it in different poses, but I can't sit there and like press my thumb against it and like rub it off because it'll rub off real quick. But yeah, it was really easy to make. Repainting the figure and everything took me about 5 days just to get everything right. And the reason for that is because right now in California we're going into the winter time. And over the past couple of days, we've had like 75-degree weather and whatnot, which is pretty awesome. But since we're about 75-degree weather, it lets the paint dry a little bit slower. But yeah, it's all red. I actually had to go back and repaint all of the diamonds on the chest. I repainted all the little diamonds there and on the forearms as well. And it's really cool too. I think it's a kind of a little bit of a cooler concept that I gave it the bow and arrow, which I have complete. I have the alternate hand right here, and the arrow also weathered. But yeah, again, I thought it was kind of cool to give it the the Pink Ranger arrow because it's more feminine, I think, and it just makes her look a little more cooler. If I wanted to, I can give her the Red Ranger sword, but this just looks a little bit better. Now, as it comes to the joints and everything of the figure, it's got some pretty good joints. Pretty good for a figure. Foot moves up and down on a swivel. That's awesome. The one part that does suck is that the thighs are very restricted because of the little skirt that she's wearing. That you can only like go about that far apart, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. If I really wanted to, I can probably take an X-Acto knife, one of these dudes, and maybe slice right up to the belt so she can have better mobility, but I really don't want to ruin the integrity of the figure. And she's really, really nice looking. I really enjoy this figure. And the head, surprisingly, the head fits the figure's body quite well, surprisingly. And I really like the way that came out. And so, yeah, that's about it for this figure. I might actually sell it. I'm not really sure how much somebody would pay for this. And again, I'm not a professional when it comes to painting, but I did a pretty good job for a amateur. And also the reason why I gave it a dirty wash was because before the dirty wash it looked cool and everything, but since I was modeling this after the whole moon incident, I wanted to make the figure look like she just got back from the moon. So I gave her a moderate dirty wash. It wasn't like super filthy, but you can tell that she was rolling around in some moon dust, battling the green Psycho Ranger. But yeah, I think that's it for what I have for this figure. So now she is going to go back in the box. I gotta be careful of that tape right here because I don't want this little hand to be moving all around. There we go. It's okay, it's decent. The tricky part for me is I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit trickier to put this arrow back in because it has to go underneath here and pop out the other side. So that's fun. It's a little bit tricky to get in there. Not hard, but there we go. Easy. And of course, you take the bow, toss its bitch ass in here, and fits in there loosely. Guess that's the reason why I know they had the little holder thing in there, which I was going to tear out, but now I can see why it was in there in the first place. I thought the people were trying to be assholes by keeping this little tab in here. Go in, motherfucker. No, it doesn't really want to go in. So that's fun. Fuck you, Arrow. You can fucking stay out for all I care. Of course, they take this little holster and take the wannabe gun out. And that's another thing that I don't like about the Legacy line is that these guns don't do shit, you know? I also, weather that as well. But in a TV show, these things would like, the little handle would pop out and they'd be able to shoot people. In this case, they don't. They are just fucking straight up injection mold, just for looks. It's one of the things I am pretty pissed off about the Legacy line because it's lack of a better word, it's fucking stupid. Put this little guy back in there. Of course, you put your figure back. Hoping the head fits. If it doesn't, fuck it. Force it in. There we go. That's not so bad. Now, I'm not really sure, how this hand's supposed to be in there. I know for a fact that this is not how it's supposed to be sticking out. Actually, maybe, I don't know. But we'll find out. But yeah, there we go. Custom Red Ranger. Looks pretty sweet. And if anyone's interested in buying it, let me know. As you see, it's complete. Very complete. Everything's there. It's definitely a custom. On the internet, I've only seen like one other person who's actually done this. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, if you guys like my videos, please like, subscribe, and happy Friday, and thanks for watching.